Hi, I'm Ivan from DIY Detail, and we're in the bays in Wheeling in Illinois.
Correct, we are.
Now, the bays are a really unique concept. People can come here and detail their vehicles. There's wash bays, there's detailing bays, you can polish, there's tools to rent.
Correct.
All the supplies you need are here. A lot of them are included. You can rent polishers, different things, if you need them.
Yes.
And you can bring your own. So unlike that coin-op car wash where you can't bring your bucket and you can't bring your stuff, you can bring it here and feel free to use it.
Correct, absolutely.
Now, today we're going to be coating Ken's own car.
Correct.
So tell us about the car.
So it's a 2017 Audi S6, new to us about 6 months ago.
Okay.
It is Oolong Gray Metallic, and it now has optical matte PPF over the entire car with some gloss black as well to protect it and give it a change.
Yeah, exactly. And looks great. The insulation is spectacular.
Yes,
and the optical film is a really nice film.
It is.
It's one
awesome.
of the most texture-free films on the market.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So, very good job. In a previous video, we washed it, we decontaminated it, we got it ready for the coating application. The last step we need to do before coating application is panel prep.
Yep.
And the panel prep is dedicated to DIY detail coatings. If you're using another brand of coating, please do not use our panel prep. You actually want to use the panel prep that your coating company has designed to go with their coating. In this case, Ken intends to keep this car for a number of years. He's one of these people that actually holds on to his cars.
Yes,
so,
very much so.
Yeah. So with that, your wagon, how long have you had that one?
That one to me is about 5 years now.
Okay, yeah, which is above average.
Yes.
So we'll be doing the panel prep on the car, putting the 8-year ceramic coating on this.
Yes.
The 5-year might give it a little too much gloss. And Ken is really good at maintaining his vehicles. He doesn't just spray water on them and walk away. So water spots are not a concern, therefore we're not putting the 3-year on.
Correct.
With that, let's apply the panel prep. Now, on a matte vehicle, we need to have a slightly faster working strategy.
Okay.
And the whole idea behind panel prep is to remove any oils or grease that can be on the vehicle. That's why we're wearing gloves. We don't want our greasy little fingers touching the paint. But at the same time, we don't just want to spray it on and wipe it off. What we want to do is take one towel and liberally douse the surface. We don't want it dripping, but we want it nice and damp.
Yep.
And then with the first towel, we'll wipe. So get the panel prep on there. And then with the second towel, before it dries, lift it off. And what that's doing is the panel prep is floating, for lack of a better term, any greases or oils to its surface. And then we're taking them off before they can embed themselves back into the surface with the secondary towel. Once we get the towel nice and damp, we don't need to add more panel prep, but as we're going along, it starts drying a little bit, so we'll just add more there. With matte paint, we have to work, like I said, a little faster, or in this case, matte film, but any matte surface absorbs the liquid a little faster. Those of you new to the channel or new to our methods, we use 2 different towels for a reason, and that's the color differentiation makes it so I know exactly which is the wet towel, which is the dry. If you use towels that are the same color, you may end up mixing them up at some point, and then you don't get the results you want.
So Ivan, why don't we just use an IPA mix instead of the panel prep?
So IPA should stay in your medicine cabinet at home. Has no reason or use to be used in detailing. IPA, especially on a film like this, can actually dry it out and leave marks behind. But on paint, IPA doesn't really remove polishing oils. Not that we polish this, but a lot of polishes are resistant to IPA by design, actually. And it's just not the best solution for what we want to do. If you haven't worked with a matte surface before, It can be a little disconcerting when you first put the panel prep on. It looks splotchy, but as the panel prep fully dries away, then you don't get that look anymore. It levels back out. Paint prep is all done. We're ready to apply the coating. Now, on a matte surface like this, we need to use a little more coating and work a little faster.
Okay.
We don't want high spots, obviously. High spots, we can't polish them off.
Correct.
So we need to make sure we're getting all the high spots. You have two towels. You have the Pearl Weave towel, which is our initial leveling towel, and then we have a Terry Weave towel that is just your insurance towel.
Correct.
On the applicator, we're gonna start with 10 or 12 drops. And we only add additional product if needed. Now on a matte surface, we're actually gonna use a little more coating just to make sure we're spreading it evenly because it absorbs it in. So let me start in that top corner of the hood here. Now normally I would box in a section, but since my pad isn't fully lubricated and also there's a lot on there, I don't want it dripping off the edge. So here I actually start in the center, and then I'll work my way to the edge.
All right.
I'm purposely going past the edge of the panel onto the next adjacent panel just to make sure we get full coverage. We don't really see the rainbowy effect on this. There's a little extra there, so let's bring that down. When you're working in a team of two, it's important to communicate. On this surface, you can see exactly where I've been.
Yes.
But if someone is on a surface that is, a nice glossy paint, they're not going to see where the coating has been laid necessarily.
Yeah.
Especially on a light colored car.
Yeah.
So then it's good just to shout out, hey, driver's side of the hood, and then work from there.
Yep.
You can start leveling that.
Okay.
And you get immediate slickness and gloss.
Yep.
And on matte paint like this, we really see that we're leveling. We're not removing any coating, we're just actually spreading it thinner. And I think personally the best description is silky.
Yes, 100%.
The darkening effect that we see will actually dissipate in about half an hour or so.
Okay.
As the coating continues to cross-link and cure, that's gonna go away a little bit. It's still gonna make your film just a little bit darker. Now, I'm using circular motions. There's a couple reasons for the circular motions. One is less chance of high spots. If we're doing a back and forth or crosshatch motion, every time we stop, we have the capacity of having a high spot because we're putting a pressure point at that stopping area.
Yeah.
If you want to do triangles, if you want to do squares, if you want to do cross-hatching, if you want to do figure eights, octagons, whatever, whatever geometric shape suits your fancy, you can do it. With a coating, some people go into elaborate instructions. The instructions should really just be get it on the paint, make sure you don't have high spots.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Perfect.
Overthinking is sort of a competitive sport in detailing. And coating is one of these things that people overthink dramatically where they really don't need to. You'll feel it in the towel if it's too soon. Like there, it's probably feeling a little grabby.
Yeah, it's a little grabby.
So give it a couple seconds more. Now as my applicator is getting properly seasoned, if I could put it that way. It's just a lot easier to apply. Now in the shop here, the temperature is a little low. It's what, 60 or so?
60, 65.
Yeah. And because of all the people using the bays, there might be a bit of humidity in here. Ideally, you'd like the temperature to be around 70 degrees for coating, but you can actually go down to 40 degrees if you absolutely have to. I would consider 50 degrees being the low end I'd want to go to, but so A-pillar, C-pillar, roof.
Okay.
To make it logical and so that we're not in each other's way, by me doing the A-pillar, the roof, and I'm going to do the back fender, by the time Ken gets to wiping off the back fender, I can be doing the front door. We're not in each other's way. We're getting around the vehicle in a nice, timely manner. As we've been doing this, I've noticed the people coming in and out of the bays, and it's nice to see couples working together.
Oh yes.
Coming in, enjoying time.
We have a few of them. We have a few husband, wives, and even some father sons that come in a lot and flop cars and work together. Sons and fathers and daughters.
Yeah, excellent.
We do see that. You know, even the younger ones. Once in a while, you'll see the daughter who hangs out in the passenger seat just on her phone. But
yeah,
majority of the time they're working.
Yeah, come on, get out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Detailing is definitely a family-friendly activity.
Yes.
It's something that anyone can do. And having been in detailing for over 40 years, it's something that is always challenging and you're always learning. You never get to the point of knowing everything.
Correct.
Because the industry is changing rather quickly. Products evolve, people evolve, techniques evolve, tools. So front fender followed by the mirror, Ken.
Okay, perfect.
Including the glass.
Okay.
Not getting too far ahead of you?
No, you're good. You are perfect. So will there be any difference in curing time because it's matte or anything like that?
No, great question. No, there's no difference in curing time. 1 hour, you could drive it out in the rain if you wanted to.
Perfect.
And if you want to, we could do the stack, which will put the 3-year into the 8-year. So it's not on top of, there's a window of opportunity. And that window of opportunity is 2 to 8 hours.
Okay.
So 2 hours after applying the 8-year, we can start applying the 3-year, and we have up to 8 hours.
Nice.
After that, then you're just putting one on top of the other.
Difference there, right?
Yeah, because we're not, in the time period that we have for the stack, what we're doing is actually combining the two coatings together.
Okay.
And we can't combine them in the bottle and just put them on.
Okay.
The 8-year has to do its thing, bond to the base, create the base, and then the 3-year comes in and modifies the 8-year.
Perfect.
And in this case, it would give you a little more gloss, which is probably not what you want, but it, in terms of slickness and self-cleaning ability, just amps it up.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Now, other than the sunroof, I haven't touched the windows yet.
Okay.
And the reason for that is the applicator, even though it's closed cell foam, does absorb a little bit of the coating.
Okay.
And what we do is we finish off with the windows, and there we can put a little more pressure on the applicator, squeezing out any coating that could be in it.
Yep.
Therefore giving us a nice usage. We're not wasting product, and at the same time we're coating our windows, which is always a good thing to do. Trade off,
Yes.
Give you a chance at applying. I'll level.
All right.
So we get to see how it applies. Put the 4 fingers in and just spread a little bit. It'll keep it on.
Perfect.
It's always nice feeling that slickness.
Yeah, especially on the matte surface, because you start working with it and it always feels so sticky.
Yeah. You're putting it on maybe just a little too thick.
Too thick?
Yeah. Because that can actually cause high spots in the future. So as the solvents evaporate,
Yeah.
it looks like you've wiped it off, and then
But it's
it'll
still there?
It'll come back as a because you formed like a little crust.
Okay.
You can do the
Bigger circles as well.
Bigger circles?
Yeah. Yeah. Try like an 8-inch circle. Now up there, I just want to sort of box the edge. Run along the molding, yeah. Is the Quattro over or under the film?
Under.
So that's what gives it that white reveal around it?
Yes, correct.
It's actually quite nice.
Yeah, it turned out quite nice. We were playing with, because they were like, do you want us to take it off? I'm like, well, I kind of like it. And so we actually just took an extra scrap piece of the PPF and did a test over it. And it looked really, really nice like that.
Yeah. So one of the reasons it's jumping out of your hand, you're using a little too much pressure.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And you can use your thumb just to hold onto it. Matte is one of the most difficult things to coat. After that, we have front fender, both bumpers, and windows. We're done.
Perfect.
Doesn't take a lot of time. Oh, did you do the mirror?
I have not gotten there yet.
Okay. So if you had to do it again, would you do matte PPF again?
Yes, because of the old saying, happy wife, happy life.
Okay, but as an automotive enthusiast just for yourself?
I miss the shine.
Okay, you miss the shine.
I do miss the shine. Yeah.
As far as maintenance goes, have you seen any advantages or disadvantage?
I would say it almost kind of hides the dirt a little more.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't quite see it as quickly.
Okay.
You know, it had been probably 2.5, 3 weeks, 2 weeks since I washed it.
Okay, and it didn't look dirty at all.
It's been raining quite a bit, and there's not any protection on it prior to us doing this.
Yeah.
So.
In that case, that's a big advantage.
Yeah.
The nice thing about coating on a matte surface is you can see exactly where it is.
And where you missed.
Yeah. How do you find the foam applicator? You're used to a
I'm used to
microfiber?
microfiber, yes. It takes a little bit of just getting used to it. But,
Yeah.
I like the flat hand.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting to that age where my hands start to hurt after holding things like that for hours.
Right, yeah.
And so, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the applicator holds on to us. We don't hold on to the applicator.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm definitely liking that. And if it makes my life easier and our customers' life easier,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what it's about.
On average, what's a membership at the bays?
So it depends if you want to go month to month. They start as low as $70 a month for 3 hours of time every month.
Excellent. So that's actually cost less than going to a coin-op car wash.
Correct. It comes out to around $22, about $22 an hour.
Yeah.
You know, if you do a yearly membership, you get even better savings. So our 3-hour yearly starts at $6.99.
Okay.
And the benefits of that is you get some rollover time. So if there's a month or two you're traveling for work,
Yeah.
or even in the summertime, if you get too busy, then you can roll it over for up to 90 days.
Oh, excellent. And And having a membership, does that give other advantages?
Yeah,
over
with
hourly rate?
Yeah, so with the memberships, you get a 5% discount on all in-store retail purchases. If you need extra hours, so you use your 3 hours for the month,
Yeah.
and you need an extra hour or two, instead of paying the list rate of $30 an hour, it starts at 22, and if you need 3 or 4, it drops even farther down.
Okay, nice.
You get discount on full service work, so if there's a job you want us to do for you,
Yeah.
we can do that, and you get a discount on that. You get a discount on trainings if you want to learn how to do something. You get priority scheduling.
Yeah.
And we have a few equipment items that are rental, like
Right.
polisher lineup, extractor, steamer, paint up gauge, and those as a member you get half price.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So really, it's a very cost-effective way of maintaining your vehicle. Like I said, I've been to coin ops a lot, and even drive-through car washes. They start like at $15, $20 for a basic now.
Correct. And it's a different approach to it. You do it yourself.
Yeah.
But you're in a professional environment.
There's always someone here to answer your questions.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
we've tried to pack it full of value.
Right. And the nice thing is, you have the space, you have the lighting, you have the tools here.
Yes.
Anything you could want for is here. You have all the supplies, so if you forget a towel at home, you can
got
pick
it.
one up here.
Yep.
You want to try a new soap, you want to try a new sealant, you can.
Yeah.
You want to apply a coating yourself. And the top membership is 8 hours a month.
Correct.
What's the average cost for that membership?
$155 if you go month to
No,
month.
for the year.
For the year would be currently it's at $1,400.
$1,400.
Yeah.
So basically, that membership plus the cost of all the supplies that we've used today is less than getting your car professionally ceramic coated.
Correct.
So you get a
100%.
year's worth of membership, 2 hours a week,
Yep.
or 8 hours a month, but
Yep.
basically 2 hours a week coming in.
Yep.
You can maintain your vehicle, you've ceramic coated it yourself,
Yeah. Correct.
and you're still saving money.
Yeah, so and you know this, it's, investing your time to ceramic coat it, it's a lot about the upkeep and maintaining it. It
Yeah.
makes it much easier to do that.
Definitely, yeah.
And so you have a place to do that as well.
Yeah.
Throughout the year.
That's always fun, seeing the beating on the car as you're driving down the road.
Correct. Yeah.
Speaking of which, what's left in the pad, we'll do the windows.
Okay.
And then we're done. Start with the side windows.
Okay.
And then maybe add
A drop or two here.
well, if you see that it's starting to dry, but now you can actually apply pressure if you have to.
Okay.
And we didn't do the B
Trim.
fillers.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do the trim. So for the windows, I just like to box it and then fill in the center with the
Yeah.
circles. Because glass isn't as porous as the paint, and definitely not as porous as the film here, we want to level it just a little faster. So I'll be following right behind Ken, leveling the glass. He's doing the piano black trim as well. Basically, the whole exterior of the vehicle, except for the tires, can be ceramic coated. I really like the offset of the gloss black trim on
The matte.
the mat, yeah.
Yes.
I'm forever glossy paint, but I can appreciate matte on someone else's car.
Yes.
Spent 45 years trying to make these things shine. I'm not about to make one matte. But when I had my body shops, we painted matte paint as well, and that in itself is a nice challenge for any body shop.
It's I have a few clients and members that come in with matte,
Yeah.
and a few of them have had little oopsies.
Yeah.
And trying to find a body shop that's comfortable and proficient in it has
Yeah.
been challenging.
Personally, if you want a matte vehicle, buy a glossy one and have matte film put over top of it.
Yes.
It's a much better alternative.
Correct.
When you miss a spot, it's very obvious. So the person leveling, if you're doing this as a team of two, the person leveling should actually be the most experienced person in the two, or the one willing to take the responsibility. So this is your car, but that is your final quality control.
Yes.
Now, as I mentioned before, the Bays is actually a franchise. Ken
Correct.
is in charge of franchising. So if you'd like to have a Bays close to where you are, you can reach out to Ken. and the link will be below, his email, all of that fun stuff. But it's really an interesting concept. It's a lot of fun. If you're a car enthusiast, just trying to decide, how do I want to get into this business? This might be a really good opportunity for you.
Yes.
And as a car enthusiast, I'd want a bays in every city.
Yes, that is the long-term vision. We
Yeah.
want to see them across the country, and we want to have a consistent feel. But whether you're in your hometown or on vacation on a road trip and you need to get the bugs off after the long drive,
Yeah,
we want to be able to be there for you.
exactly, yeah. Well, what'd you think?
A little different than doing gloss paint, but
Yeah.
actually a little bit easier in some aspects, because you can see what you're doing when you're doing it, and where it's going much easier than, especially on some white cars, light grays. It's very
white
challenging.
is the worst, not the worst, but the most challenging color to do, definitely. Or a very light silver.
Yes.
You don't see anything on that.
Correct, yeah, and so that makes it easier.
Yeah.
It's just getting the motion down and understanding you've got a rougher surface that you're applying to, and so it's going to take a little bit more product and a little bit more time.
But full-size car, we didn't use the whole bottle,
Correct.
even though we were applying it rather heavy because of the matte surface.
Yes.
And from this point forward, 1 hour later, drive out in the rain. A week later, you can wash it.
Yep.
The towels that we used and the applicator, we put in our wash bucket. We let them soak for 15 minutes. The surfactants, the reason we tell people not to wash their car for a week is the surfactants. So if we want to keep these from being hydrophobic and ceramic coated, put them in surfactants like our wash bucket, and they'll be fine afterwards.
We're good to go. Perfect.
Where do they get a hold of you, Ken?
They can get a hold of me at info@thebays@csw.com.
Okay.
You can shoot me an email, or you can give me a call at 773-786-1662, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you about memberships, the bays in general, franchises, detailing, whatever.
Right. Right now, as of the recording of this, there's 2 locations.
Correct.
Here in Wheeling and in Romeoville, Illinois, both close to Chicago, suburbs of Chicago. But that radius is going to be growing quickly over the next couple months.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
as 2024 arrives and progresses, we'll see the bays spreading out.
Big and better things on the horizon.
If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below. Both Ken and I will be answering. Thank you.
Thank you.